Hello, and hello to everyone. It's me, your boy, D&D. Hope we're all keeping well. If you know who I am, I'm glad you do. Now, article analysis time for today. And, I want to do two videos based on this topic, and it's about men punching above their own weight. Now, necessarily, I myself would consider myself to be a handsome enough chap. I've been told by multiple ladies. Now, with that being said, there have been one or two instances where girls I've seen or have been seeing have said, my friends have said that you're punching above your own weight, yet I'm 6 foot, muscular, and bald. So it's probably the bald aspect that's catching them a lot more. Now, here we have a article practically based on that, and it's why I love being hotter than my husband. And here we have a guy and a girl holding a glass. Maybe they're celebrating something, who knows. Well, this is my first time reading this, so we shall go on ahead. Last month, Darren Donaghy, 33, scooped £1 million or $1.8 million on a lotto scratch card, and people were more fascinated by his relationship with his beautiful wife Kate, 28, with many claiming he was punching above his weight. So, punching above your weight is, I suppose, a metaphor for thinking that, okay, one person is more attractive than the other in the relationship or in dating. But Darren isn't the only average-looking guy to bag a beautiful partner. Here, two women tell The Sun why it's great to be hotter than my husband. Now, looking here, he's won £1 million. He is a millionaire. Therefore, he is going to be able to create more resources, or he's going to be a lot more resourceful than he was before he won the lotto. And he will be of a higher status. Therefore, she's going to be attracted to him because first of all, he has the status of being a millionaire. Second of all, he has the money. If he uses that money wisely, he'll develop, some sort of power as well. And that's why she's with him. Part of the reason why. And I get women saying, oh no, but maybe he's just a really lovely guy, hey boss, can I have the... Anyways, yeah, that's my kind of take on it. People will say, look, maybe he's a song guy, and maybe he genuinely is a good person, but he has the money, he has status now. That puts him up in a high percentage of men, so to speak. That puts him up in the top 15, 10% of guys. So there we have it. Moving on. So we have less good-looking men really want to please you. Yes, because they don't want to lose you to someone else who is better, so obviously they're going to try more. Because men who are less good looking, tend not to get as many women because they don't have the looks. The average woman these days wants the above average man. All the sixes, if you catch my drift. And there's a scarcity mindset. They have someone nice, they want to please them more. The kind of, I wouldn't say simping, but really putting their best foot out, so to speak. Nina Moitlinski Davies, 37, lives in Eastbourne, East Sussex, that was a bit of a tongue twister, with her children Angela, 8, and Gabriel, 4, and husband John, 42. As soon as I started dating John, the comments started. How does it feel having a girlfriend that's hotter than you? People often tease. Well, yes, they would tease him because, they'd be jealous thinking, okay, he got a hot girl, how come I didn't? We see people who have, men anyways, who can have really good looking partners thinking, how the hell did he manage that? Probably has some serious confidence and pretty tasty game. At first I thought it was harsh, but the more the people that said it, the more I started to believe that there was some truth in it. I was hotter than my other half. Wow, I'm getting external validation out of other people? Holy moly. There was no denying I was always made the best of myself. Hitting the gym 5 times a week, I definitely put in the groundwork, yeah. You see, the thing is, she does look pretty good for 37 years old. Now, when women hit the wall, so once they're past their prime, the indestructible wall of devastation, comes creeping in. If a woman does not look, even a man, if a man and a woman don't look after themselves, they're not going to look well. You know, you can have a woman who is in her mid-30s and she looks like she's hitting her 50s. It's about taking care of yourself. If you can do that, maybe you can minimize the impact of the wall, but the wall's always going to be there. It's going to hit. And the women who are older have to compete with the younger girls. But the thing is, they can't really, because men would prefer being with younger women. Look at this guy, scrolling back up again. He's 42 and she's 37. There's a 5-year gap. So obviously he's going for a girl who's slightly younger. Plus, who couldn't resist my turquoise eyes? Your turquoise bum. Oh yeah, giggity. But soon I realised that having a partner who is punching above his weight is a good thing. I wonder how. I always trust him and don't have to worry so much if I'm having a bad hair day, feeling fat or not hot. Yes, I know I have to redo my video on women who prefer less attractive men are happier, or who date less attractive men are happier. There's no competition anxiety. Competition anxiety does not exist, because he's not as hot. She would think like, okay, he's not hot, he won't have as many options as me. So therefore not other women are going to see him as attractive. With that being said, he's not going to run off because he's going to like me whether I look good or not. And that's the thing, if a man who is very good looking, has options, is not going to accept a woman for nothing more than her best. She has to put in the groundwork, because if she doesn't, with a man of options, he can find someone else. And that's just how it goes. Plus, I think some good-looking men think that they don't have to put in any effort in because they're already hot. Fair enough, yeah, they don't. Because hotter men can get more leeway with girls as opposed to men who are not as attractive. But less good-looking men really want to please you, which means he is way better in bed than any better-looking man I've been with. Fair enough, he's putting probably the moves like Jagger in the sack. And there is John taking a snooze. Ah, bless. Until I was a teenager, I never really paid much attention to my looks. In fact, I always felt ugly growing up, and it's, as I've heard loads of times, women are a whole lot, much more insecure than men. And that a woman's selling point is her beauty. And that a man's selling point is his resources, what he can provide. With a massive mouth and really big teeth, I never felt attractive. My mum Philippa joked I would grow into my teeth. Then when I started college, age 17, bullying started. Mean girls would call me Barbie and I struggled to make girlfriends. It seemed really unfair, but what would they call you? Because you have blonde hair and blue eyes. Fair enough, that's pretty tasty. With my long blonde hair and own style, I stood out like a sore thumb. I'd rock my leather trousers, but they just make fun of me. Now, I wonder what it was like in her college days when it came to men. I wonder if that's discussed. Well, there's Johnny reading a book of Christmas. What a wholesome man. Back home, I sit in my room and cry. Mum told me that they were jealous of me, but due to my lack of confidence, I never believed her. As I got older, I started spending more on my appearance. I was always down in the salon, spending money and having my hair done or getting a bikini wax. It led to compliments from men rolling in. There is the ticket. She's getting her validation now. Boomtown. Will that validation coming from men who she's sleeping with? That's what I'd like to know. Then in 2008, I met my husband John, now 42, at the theatre box office where we both worked. Initially, I wasn't attracted to his appearance. Fair enough, because women want hot guys. Initially, okay, so that's 42, 2008, 12 years ago, he was 30. And she's 37, so 12 years ago, then she'd been 25, so she'd be in her prime still. So she wouldn't be necessarily attracted to the looks at that stage. But deep down, his well-spoken voice quickly sucked me in, and he didn't hide the fact he was particularly attracted to my bottom either. 3 months later, we started dating, and John introduced me to his friends. That's when they started to tease him about the punching. She looks pretty good there for 37. I give her a firm handshake. That's about it. To anyone else in the audio, listening to this through audio streaming service, YouTube video description. In 2012 he married, but the ring on my finger still didn't stop the flurry of comments. People joke he must be either rich or well endowed. Well, he hasn't got any money, so I must have married him for something. Resourcefulness. Because you're getting older, maybe you realize your options were getting less, perhaps. And or maybe you actually are a genuinely nice woman, which is very hard to come by these days, and actually liked him. You know, his personality grabbed you, and charisma and that, like, guys and girls, because I know the majority of my listeners on audio streaming services are ladies. Look, our looks and everything go and fade, men included. Go and fade. I can't even speak today. Looks fade, but you're going to be your character and charisma and your personality. That's what's going to trump. That trumps everything. You gotta have those. But now, with modern dating, you have to have a lot more. On another occasion, we were in a nightclub together when a guy tried to dance with me. Grabbing my hand, John started kissing me. He was marking his territory. I found so attractive. You see, that's mate guarding. And mate guarding is, can be seen as quite weak behaviours. Like, if you grab her and start kissing her, that's like saying F you to the guy. But it's kind of come across as like, oh, you say it with me, I don't trust you kind of thing. If that was people like, Grant, if you do something, totally, the onus is on you. I'm not having any part to do with you anymore. If she goes off and dances and comes back and say, look, I gotta go, that's my boyfriend, good person. But if she were to flirt away with him and everything else, be like, look, great being with you, but not anymore. Then in 2015 I joined Instagram. I started uploading lifestyle pictures, but turns out nobody wanted to see snaps of our garden. They just wanted to see me. So I gave the public what they wanted, and before long I gained over 2,050 followers. My fans often describe me as stunning or gorgeous, but never take a compliment for granted. Here, now. Your fans are the men who are seeing your photos. The majority of those followers are probably men. The majority of people complimenting you are probably men. Have some men slid into your DMs? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, they definitely have. Of course they want to see you and not the garden, because you are a woman who is attractive. They want to see that. Keep going down, see? Not bad for a 37-year-old. As I said, I give her a firm handshake. One person commented, does your husband know how lucky he is? So now I'd like to remind John of exactly that. We have to remind how lucky you are. What? Because you're getting that validation, your ego is extending. You have to remind your husband, hey, you should be lucky. And with that being said, by thinking, oh yeah, I am very lucky, I have to put more work now so I don't lose you. That's what's probably going through his head. And with 2 children, Angela and Gabriel, I've also become known as a mother I like to finance. I guess being hotter than my husband is something me and John will have to live with. John said, Nina's stunning. I've always been aware I come up pretty average in the looks department, but my confidence and sense of humour makes up for it. Heard punching above his weight endlessly. Normally I simply reply with, well, she's not with me for my looks or money, so there's got to be something she's interested in. Nice response. I like that response from John. That response tells me, hey, he knows what he's doing. I like that a lot. Men flirting with beautiful women is unavoidable. It never annoys me, because I know who's taking her home that night. Yeah, I think Corey Wayne had a story in 3% Man, where a woman would walk into where he was working on some construction site, and like, Corey, your lunch date is here. And all the guys be checking her out. I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty proud, because I'm the one who's taking her out and not these other guys, and the other guys are googling at her. The Indoor Olympics is better than with other men. There we go. Model Chelsea McCullough, 21, from Tennessee, USA, is set to marry William Maynard, 55, next month. They met, I can't even speak today, I'm so sorry. They met in November 2017 and became engaged in June this year. Chelsea will be a stepmom to a 19-year-old. Holy moly. Stepmom. I'm stuck. Oh, I can just imagine everything already. brazers. Other people might think that I'm hotter than Will, but to me, he's a cutie pie. I think Will is really attractive, and I see us as equal to each other. He's very athletic for someone his age. He still goes to the gym regularly, and I'm very attracted to him. I try to look good for what I do with the modelling, but for me, it's all about personality. See, I'm thinking now, because I had a quick scroll through the photos, and I'll get to that part in a second. He's great to me, and we don't see a relationship like one of us is being hotter than the other. I'm more confident around Will than anyone I've ever been with before. I was very insecure about my body before I met him. Model, pretty tasty. Yes, please. Well, if we look at these photos here, it looks like they might go on holidays a good bit. Different places. So maybe he has, the resources. So it's judging from the Disney t-shirts, the Mickey Mouse t-shirts, they're probably in Disneyland or something like that. So maybe he's 55, he has the resources in, he's probably made a good name for himself, like he has everything secure, ready to go. Like obviously she's going to be attracted to him. Is she a sugar baby? I don't know, because nothing here really alludes to it. I enjoy our time in the bedroom more than I did with someone my own age. We're pretty regular, about 3 times a week. You deregulate. I've got a bond with him that I never have with anyone else before. He's such an amazing person. Okay. He's very caring. I couldn't be with someone my own age. I need someone who understands me. I think I need someone who understands me. His translation is, I need someone who can supply stuff for me. I think I need someone who can do things for me that makes me feel good. That's what the understands really means. That's my opinion on it. He's charming and mature and truly understands me. He's as passionate in the bedroom as he is out of it. Okay, carrying on. He's not bad. He's got some salt and pepper going on. Got the tribal tattoos too. Very nice. Whenever we are in town, we always get mistaken as father and daughter, but I don't mind it at all really. Just laugh it off. I have to flash the ring and be like, hey, I'm his fiance. So flashing the ring. What I typically know is that women flash the ring if it's a nice diamond. If it's got a nice rock in it, they'll flash the ring. They'll make the ring prominent. So thinking of that logically, he probably has a good bit of money. He's probably that financially secure. He has things going for him. If they're going to Disneyland and that, he probably has a nice amount of money to treat her as well. So he has that, I think. My parents are supportive of our relationship. Now, I can get parents being happy and everything else. However, I've discussed in one of my videos, is that mothers know fine well when they should lock down a man, or when their daughter should lock down a man. Now, in Ireland, open hypergamy is there, especially when it comes to mothers and their daughters. If their daughter is dating a guy, typical questions asked usually are, does he drive? Is he tall, dark and handsome? So Car obviously has resources and money, tall, dark and handsome. Does he have the looks and everything else, genetics, whatnot? And if he has the looks, he might have a lovely house. Mother could be great. I told this story before. A mother said to their daughter, make sure you marry him so you can get the will to his house. And she wasn't messing either. He had the resources. He has the stuff. Supportive of the relationship. He probably has a lot of money. I'm so excited about getting married. I wonder if there's a follow-up to this. Don't think there is. If they were to divorce, get the D word, arrive at separation station. Because if he has a lot of money, that means a lot of moolah for her too. We've spent so long together. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to call him my husband now. It's the start of many years of happiness for us both. He's the most caring and loving person that I know. William said, when we first started, I thought the age gap might be an issue for her, but it's really not. Age is just a number for us. She is so mature, way above her age. We get along so well. Dating someone so much younger was a new experience for me, but she doesn't act like the average 21-year-old. No. What I'm trying to figure out is that the above guy mentions not having much money, but he has the confidence in that. That one line he gave shows, yeah, he's got a good bit of confidence. I can see that there, the response he gave. But this guy never mentioned having a lack of money or anything like that. So, to me personally, I think this guy has a good bit of money, and that he's potentially using that, or she is with him for that as well. Because I've never seen women who are that age with men that old. It's an anomaly. So the moral of the story is, guys, 6 in 10 men a punch above their weight. I'll be getting to that one next video. But women get with other guys, maybe for confidence, maybe for reassurance, maybe they're genuinely interested. But hey, the older you are, the more likely you have your life sorted, you're financially set, and everything else. And women want that because it's security. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to this. If you're listening to this in any well-known audio streaming service, please drop me a VM. And until next time, take care and God bless.